Hey, everybody. So, wow. Check out this tweet. President Trump lays out his mass deportation plan. Quote, under my leadership, we will use all necessary state, local, federal, and military resources to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. Quote, we will pick them up and we will throw them out of our country, and there will be no questions asked. And I know in the BC, we always say, I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like him. What policy has he put in force, unlike the 94 Crime Bill Act? And then you look at that. Hate to say it with all the crime that's occurring. Wow. You think? What policies has he put in force to directly and negatively affect the BC in particular? To target youth specifically? I'll wait. But before I play this wonderful video, let's check this out. For the BC, effects of immigration on African American employment and incarceration. As my friend the VC said, I'm like, what about the Black community? Oh, they're going to be decimated. And let me tell you, anybody at the lower level in this country, white people, anybody working class poor, you need to understand you're going to have more competition for jobs. And companies, said before, said again, they're not going to bleed through cash. They're not going to just go ahead and just burn through cash to feed you and your family. They're not. So, the 1980 to 2000 immigration influx, therefore, generally explains about 20 to 60% of the decline in wages, 25% of the decline in employment, and about 10% of the rise in incarceration rates among Blacks with a high school education or less. And here's the sad thing. If you've seen the information, see, we don't like the data, and you're making decisions without having the data. Look at Baltimore. 23 schools, 0 can pass a proficiency class in math, I believe. So how do you think it's going to turn out for you? Almost everybody knows that in the past 40 years, the real wages and job prospects for low-skilled men, especially low-skilled minority workers, have fallen. And there is evidence, although no consensus, that a rising tide of immigration is partly to blame. Now, a new NBER study suggests that immigration has more far-reaching consequences than merely depressing wages and lowering employment rates of low-skilled African-American males. Its effects also appear to push would-be workers into crime and later into prison. I'm not going to go through the entire story, and I know how people are like, popcorn knowledge is a thing. But let's look at this part right here. Why would a boost in immigration effectively put more men, especially Black men, behind bars? Don't forget, we don't build. Some of us still cannot inculcate the fact that life is business and to get acclimated and act accordingly. We waiting on Mr. Charlie to build and then hire me. The easier route. So it says, the authors put forward a straightforward theory. Immigration causes wages and employment to fall for Black workers. Why? There's common sense, more competition. And those people will work together with less drama, I hate to tell you, and for less money. My opinion. Back to the story. When this happens, some of those workers, especially those with the lowest skills, turn to crime to increase their income. Certainly, the census data revealed a statistical link. As immigration began to increase, beginning in the 1980s, so did the institutionalization of low-skilled Black men. While the Census Bureau defines institutions to include mental hospitals, the 1980 census and Justice Department data suggests that the majority of young men who were institutionalized were, in fact, in jail and prison. Why? you have lower job prospects. So you have more competition. As I said before in a prior video, imagine you're in a small town, there's one job opening, and 10 people applying for that job. Bring a whole influx in of people. Need a job too. You've gone from 10 people looking for that, needing that job, to compete for it, to 45. Your chances lessen. Who are the employers? The one that you see hate you. They be hating on you with that racism. But yet you refuse to build your own, Tyrone. And then you wonder why you don't get picked. I mean, seriously. Then you wonder why. And then someone that looks like you, that tries to build, you want to cheat them, starve them out economically, boycott them economically, rob them, or kill them. I'm going to go back over here to Mr. Charlie. Hey, Mr. Charlie, you going to hire me today? Seriously? More competition for resources. Ain't nobody trying to come over here. Only a fool would and get with somebody on the lower spectrum. I'm trying to make a play for tomorrow. Stock market. See an opportunity. Why am I going to call somebody who can't even spell stock market? What's that? I don't know what that is, girl. But I can sure tell you about Conway Twitty. Huh? Was that a countryman back in the day? I can tell you about Jason Aldean. I already know about him. I can tell you about Blake Shelton. Girl, I already know about Blake Shelton. Okay, love him. Let's get back to the stock market, sir. Well, I don't know nothing about that. That requires some reading there, some charts, and some kind of some analyzing some stuff. I just learned last week. Analyze start with A. I thought it started with E or I. So why would I want to talk to somebody like that? Ergo, what makes you think in this fake so-called black and brown coalition? Why would somebody want to come to the country and get with somebody who's at the very lowest? You have nothing to offer but poverty. But oh no, the hood doesn't like Donald Trump. So when black folks come here thinking somebody gonna try to get together with you and do what, boo-boo? Get together with you and do what? Oh, let me guess, go against Zaddy? That's a joke. You're funny, you're cute. But I know the hood. Most African Americans, and I have friends, they are more educated than me. Don't like Donald Trump. We're still cool. We're still in love with the homegirls. We have a difference there. You understand? So you don't have the data and making decisions. So this right here, when I hear about us, you done at that border, you don't want to fight for them, girl. I'm already paying for all these Americans. Where's my hookup at? Seriously. No, I'm not. No, I don't do that. Go down. No. That's not in my best interest. So let's now hear the video. So again, just for the peeps, that's why I say these things, just so you know. It's about resources. Something everybody not getting the message. But I get it. Do you. Vote blue. Do you. So let's listen to what Donald Trump has to say.
When I'm back in the White House, the very first reconciliation bill I will sign will be for a massive increase in Border Patrol and a colossal increase in the number of ICE deportation officers. And I want to thank the Border Patrol. These are incredible people. And I want to thank ICE, and in particular, I want to thank Brandon Judd, Border Patrol, and Tom Homan, Central Casting. He's Central Casting. Under my leadership, we will use all necessary state, local, federal, and military resources to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. Other countries are emptying out their prisons, insane asylums, and mental institutions, and sending all of their problems right into their dumping ground, the USA. Think of it. They're emptying out their prisons, and you've heard me say that, but they're also emptying out their mental institutions. And to use a strong couple of words, insane asylum. Insane asylum. That's where anybody see Silence of the Lamb? That's where they come from. Insane asylum. That's a stronger word than a mental institution. And they're putting them into our country. Thank you very much. I will ask every state and federal agency to identify every known or suspected gang member in America, and every one of them that is here illegally. And the towns know who they are. The towns and cities or the police. We love our police. The police know who they are. And we will pick them up and we will throw them out of our country, and there will be no questions asked.
Now, some of you, and it blows my mind. The hood, you always read about everybody else. Sweetie, you don't qualify. You don't have the resources. You don't qualify. Because all you're going to do is get further behind. Now, what he's saying about the institutionalized people, yeah, they're doing that. Some people want to say, oh, like one lady in the little comment section, not a credible source. Sweetie, I'm more credible probably than you'll ever be. Because I have data. Okay, and I know most of our people, if you don't maybe get up on a lot of gossip all the time, you do great. That's not what I'm about. So just so we're clear, I'm not forcing anybody to be here. Okay, I'm really not. If you don't like the channel, honey, go ahead and click on and click out. Okay, that's what you can do. But let me tell you something. The information here is correct. They are releasing people out of mental institutions and putting them over here. Oh, yeah. I think I mentioned before in a prior video. What happened? Brought some here. Now, you got Americans that's homeless, literally sleeping on sidewalks. But guess what? For the immigrant, there is a bed. Yeah. Well, they had one man and he was in, they actually had him a room now. They got not just a room, a bed, he has a room for him. But Americans are on the sidewalk sleeping. What happened? They had to get him out. Mentally challenged. I mean, sick. He's yes, and just oh my god, out of it. Why? Oh, let's see. They fed him, and he did not go to the bathroom. He decided to go to the bathroom on the floor and smear poop all over the walls and the furniture. And still sleeping there. Had him assessed. Oh yeah, the tax dollars. Yeah, they had to go ahead and call a maid service to clean it up. Guess what? He did it again. How do I know? I've done my research. Now what I just heard spoke to the person. What happened? Let me go. I'm going to check this out. I'll make a few calls. Hey, I know somebody that's over that program. Here's the maid. Let her tell you what happened. Oh, he knew what he was doing. He already did it before. Then they say, oh, look at this. They put him out. It looks like he took a laxative to make sure he goes to the bathroom on purpose and spread it all over the wall, all over the furniture. Yeah, they put him out. Oh, yeah. Then they let him out. And what did he do? Pretty much go. They said downtown. They noticed some businesses. Who does this? And just putting screaming on some buildings, on some statues. Yeah, I'm an American citizen. But see, we don't know that because maybe it wasn't on the news. And some of us don't even watch it. So I find it so interesting. Our people don't have the data and making decisions. And you want to holler, oh, I don't like him, I don't like him. You don't have to. Life is business. I don't agree with everything Trump says. No. Did I vote for him? Hell yeah. That's my option. I used to be blue, true and blue. I voted for Obama. Campaigned for him, you betcha. You sure did. Then I started hearing some different things and I started checking it out. I'm like, man, I keep on hearing this. What are they talking about? See, I'm not, some people just like, oh, I don't like this, so I ain't trying to hear it, I ain't trying to hear it. That's because you have a limited mind. But sometimes it pays to maybe check some things out. And I just started doing a little checking and I thought, and once I'm on to something, I'll start reading and reading and reading and checking and checking and checking. Huh. Yeah, that's a different video. I want my money back. No. But seriously though, it's things like this here. Some of our people were so quick to forget because you don't know it. You don't think it's always true. Do your doing research. And I'm sorry to tell you, especially in the BC, doing research, and I don't mean on some Air Jordans or on some kind of new hairdo or some kind of new outfit or some shopping. Do your research on major things. You can't, now listen, we all have busy schedules, so you can't like, oh, I want to research these 15 things. There's not enough time in the day. Okay. I do some videos, look up, it's like, my goodness, there are 3 or 4 videos. This one says this one says that. I can do a commentary on one, that somebody sends me something. Hey, this one here has more data. This one here has something, you know what? They didn't mention that in this video that happened. So I know we can't just do, unless you're a researcher, we can't just research everything. But sometimes in making decisions, think about it. So this right here, we already seen a young lady up there crying to keep me from getting a job. I would do this to her. Keep me from getting a job. Lady, it's a competition for resources. And they will, unlike Black people, they will keep you out. All groups do this to take care of their own because they understand it. We are at the bottom and low self-esteem, want to always have some friends. So this group doesn't quite get it. A little slow. And it's okay. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's what it is. And then when you see other people who are not welcoming you, you're like, trying to keep me out of a job. New tears. It's about resources. We're trying to grab friends. Everybody's grabbing resources, and you wonder why you're at the bottom. You're trying to grab friends, and we're about holding hands, all symbolic, and they're all grabbing resources. And you wonder why when it comes to the resources, you're at the bottom. That's why we're lacking understanding. Lacking understanding. So this here, a lot of people go, he has the right to pick them up and throw them out. If the shoe were on the other foot, and I'm speaking directly to the BC, if the shoe was on the other foot, do you think those people, if they were to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and do a vote, because I'm sure some would love this. We're going to do a vote and we're going to go ahead and pick up all these Black people and throw them out. If it was up to those immigrants or the Hispanic culture, do you really think you'd still be here? You think they're going to go, oh, no, you can't do that. Most people thinking, yay, that's one less group. We can take all those jobs. Get them out of here. You think? Leave it up to them and say, hey, we'll do a mass deportation. You guys stay and put them out. See what'll happen. See how many friends you got. You be getting your suitcase ready. But boop, we built the country, honey. We ain't going nowhere. We built this, honey. I'm as American as it can freaking get. You understand? But see if those same folks is the BC, you so worried about them with your destitute collective butts, our ass. You so worried about them. See what they would do if they said they were going ahead and vote to get rid of you. See how they're going to go out there and vote, yeah, keep you here. No. Better wake up and smell the coffee. Life is business. So this here, when you can't get a little job, you got your little TikTok video, you up here crying. Don't forget you're at the very bottom. So are those people. It is a competition for resources. Do you not understand? Nobody's going to sit up here and starve so you can thrive. Just not going to. A competition for resources. So life is business. So this here, Trump got a little plan, but I don't like him. I don't like Donald Trump. Why you don't like him? I don't like Donald Trump. You don't have to. And you can also be standing outside, institutionalized, without a job, broke as a joke, and can't even afford to buy breakfast, dinner, or your lunch. That's what you can go do. So yeah, Life is business. Get acclimated. Think accordingly. Look at the data. Maybe turn the TV off and the music down. Put the weed down. Look at the data. And then try to analyze from there what's best for you. But yeah, they are taking people out. They're bringing people here, releasing them that are mentally challenged and making them America's problem. The feces on the wall. That's just one. VC and not even speaking in English. I'm like, they gotta call it. I'm like, call an interpreter. So got a place to stay. Get him analyzed. Don't speak English. Gotta call an interpreter. Clean up the room. He does it again. Got to hire a maid again. Really? I already told you about the lady in her foreign country sitting up here. They have 2 homes and a business. Lease those 2 homes out, showing up here in America with $300 a day. Let me guess, the peaceful and holler, oh, that ain't real. It is real. Just because your ass is slow because you don't like to read. Woman sitting up here bragging. It is. Oh, that ain't real. So as far as the black community is a scam. Don't have data, making dumb behind decisions and wonder why your dumb ass is at the bottom. It's a scam. The ignorance in this group is real. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But collectively, it is real. It's a whole scam. Then we want better. You too slow to want better. You don't know what better is. So this right here, I'm sure they'll be hating on Donald Trump, what most of them do, because that's what the liberals told you. And that's your right, do you. But life is business. Life is business. Maybe pick the music down and pick up a book. Take a look. Maybe look at some real news. Maybe just sit down sometimes and quiet and just think where you are, where you want to be. What's the plan for tomorrow? And I don't mean as in Monday, 5, 10 years from now, you and your family. What's the plan? Everybody has a playbook, except the BC. And if it's a book with intelligence child, that book could be on the shelf, so much dust on it, time you tap, you might just cough up a lung, so it's decades of dust on it. Dr. Claude Anderson, what he's saying has come true. What he has said, been saying for decades, is now true. So yeah. So I know the hood doesn't like Donald Trump, don't like Donald Trump. You don't have to. Politics really, it's not going to save you. Collectively, you can use it as a tool, but you got to start with you. You got to start getting the data and making decisions accordingly. So anyway, I'm out. I got to go. I wanted to share this with you all. Yeah, Trump got a little plan. He said he's going to pick them up and throw them out. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Enjoy your Sunday.